From Goodyear Heights to podcast listeners everywhere.
Welcome back to Bearded and Crunchy, episode 12. I have a question.
I have a question.
So we're back again. As usual, thank you guys for tuning in, listening. I think I forgot in the last episode, but if you're watching, like, comment, subscribe, follow us on we're Bearded and Crunchy on everything. Emails beardedandcrunchy26@gmail.com. Episode 12, man. We're pumping them out.
I can't believe that.
I know. Who'd have thought? We got it down to a science, though.
I think so.
So this one was actually something I had come up with.
Yeah.
It's called I Have a Question.
I have a question.
And we decided to write down just random ass questions to ask each other to just make it an interesting episode. And
sure.
So with that being said, unfortunately, we have to remove the opening question because that would be a bit redundant. But what we will do is I will still let Bob lead with the first question because that is his baby. So
that is my baby.
Yeah, and again,
that's my baby.
Thanks for listening. And guys, this is just going to be it's going to end up being ridiculously funny. I assume there's some ridiculous questions, some deep questions. We're probably going to get a bunch of emotions riled up between the two of us.
Yeah. I thought long and hard about these questions. And it honestly didn't start coming together until earlier this week. I remember when you texted
me. I literally, I think that day we decided to do this, I wrote down like 4 or 5 of them. Yeah. They were just popping in my head. But
it didn't come as easily to me, unfortunately. Yeah. But I think I have some decent heavy hitters here that I'm going to... Some of them might be loaded, some of them might not. It might make you think. There's probably going to be some pausing in the episode for us to think, but
absolutely.
I don't care about dead airspace, whatever. It still counts.
You're listening. You're either listening to us for what we give you or you're not.
Yeah. All right. So here's my number one question to you, sir. What do you love most about being a dad?
Ooh, that's a good one.
Yeah.
I love most about being a dad.
Right.
Off the top of my head is, I would say knowing that I've done everything in my power to make it to where if my kids have a tough question, they can come to me.
Yeah.
Like I got to a point where I didn't want to talk to my dad about certain things because I knew how it would go. I would say that mixed in with the fact that Ty's a teen now.
Yeah.
And he still wants to do things with me.
Right.
You know, it's the camaraderie that me and him have had, the I hate to say friendship because, you know, a lot of people say, oh, you can't be friends with your kids. It's like,
bullshit.
Whatever. You know your kids. You know what you can and cannot do with your kids. So, yeah, I would probably go with that. So I was just thinking about this. You guys are catching it live. Am I going to come back with my question or are you going to answer the question as well?
I don't care. It's up to you. What do you think?
Go ahead. You answer that question as well. Yeah.
What I love most about being a dad, man, is just knowing that I got somebody that's going to be there when I get old, and it'll probably put me in a home. No, I love my kids, and it's much along the same vein, just being able to hang out with them, and the fact that my oldest is, 15, she's getting to that point where you would figure, like, the pushing away is going to start happening. And I still get lucky where it's like, Dad, can you come cover me up tonight? Can you tuck me in? And, man, I'm never going to say no to that. Unless I'm feeling like garbage and I don't want to go up the stairs. But
every single night, Ty still wants me to
tuck it in.
It's those are the things that, like, you go, man. Because one day that's going to stop.
It is.
They're gonna grow up. They're going to move out of the house.
Yeah.
Or maybe they're not.
I'm not ready for it.
Yeah, it's...
But I love it, and I love being able to, like, me and my daughter now, like we can just talk.
Yeah.
And she can come to me with anything, and I want her to be like that. Like, just come to me with anything. It doesn't matter. We can talk about anything.
Well, and what I try to tell Ty, and he's not there yet. I still know there's things that he's not ready to talk about or doesn't want to. But what I try to tell him is like, I'm not gonna force you, but understand, you're my son. Right. I know you, so I can tell when something's bothering you. I'm not gonna make you talk to me, but I promise you, talking to me is gonna make you feel better. And if it's something you think I'm gonna be ashamed or embarrassed about, yes, I probably will get that way. But by you telling me, we can work through this together.
Yeah,
you know? I think that's.
I'm gonna tell you, bro. I'm 43 years old, and I still have my dad here. And there's times, and even recently, I will call him and ask for advice.
Yeah.
And he's got old man wisdom now, where it's like, that advice is like,
oh, it's priceless.
It's beautiful, and it's something that you take with you that you can pass on. And I'm grateful that I still have him here.
Yeah, I'm doing this shit on a whim.
Yeah.
All right, let's.
Yo, question, sir.
Question one for me, Bob. What made you want to be in a band?
What made me want to be in a band? Wow, that's a good one. I started playing when I was about 18 years old. I never took a lesson. I can't read music. And basically self-taught. Had friends that played, so learned from them. But I wanted to at least experience that. And
the rock star life.
And not even that.
I know what you mean. You know, I already know where you're going to go, but I was just saying that for the...
I don't do drugs.
Shock value, right?
Yeah, I'm pretty vanilla. Like I said, I don't do drugs.
You don't even really drink that much.
Not anymore. Yeah. I mean,
we all did.
Yeah, I dealt with alcoholism in my 20s, which I got over, and now I know moderation. I can, but I still have beer in my fridge from last year.
Yeah. Like, we don't even... I mean, shit, we got wine in our fridge. Me and Rhiannon went to a winery like 3 or 4 years ago. We still got like wine? Half bottles.
Nice.
Like, we're just not,
But no, I wanted to know what it was like to understand that bond, that camaraderie. And I played for almost 5 years in a band called Bone Basket. I still talk to our drummer Kim and her wife Karen, which they're just amazing people, and I love them to death.
Yeah.
And I had a good time playing, man. We played out quite a bit. In fact, I actually saw Jelly Roll talking. He was in Cleveland the other day at Cleveland Brown Stadium. And he was talking about being OG Cleveland, and, you don't know shit about Cleveland unless you played Peabody's. Well, bro, I played Peabody's quite a few times in my life.
You bring that up, and I never brought this up, and I wish I would have. My cousin, who is also a rapper, has songs with Jelly Roll.
Yeah.
He used to come up here back when the Voodoo.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, on Akron.
On Cuyahoga Falls Avenue.
Or not the Voodoo.
Well, it used to be Ron's Crossroads out there.
It used to be Ecstasy. What's it called now? I can't think of the name of it.
Yeah.
But he used to perform there a lot, and he had songs, and Jelly Roll would come up here. He would go down to Nashville.
Yeah.
They used to do a lot. But, yeah, he's actually, like, Ohio for a long time was like a second home.
That's awesome,
him,
man.
But, yeah.
I wish he'd hear this and reach out to us. That would be killer.
Be fucking crazy. We have a connection, 6 degrees of separation.
6 degrees, yeah.
You had music with my cousin. He still texts him.
Yeah.
For me, I'll make it quick. I obviously wasn't in a band. I was in a rap group. I like I said, we had things in order to try to, possibly try to get deals. People try to.
Yeah.
But what I liked about it is, with us, we knew like every time one of us got in the mic, even if we were just ciphering, like I talked about in our one episode, it was I want the line, I want the bar that everybody goes, ooh,
yeah.
And I think that was the challenge behind it. And it was, I always knew that I had to bring my A game because, like me, Vonnie, and Maine would like go to Vonnie's apartment way back in the day. Like I'm talking like 26 years ago. And just, these were the Napster days, and we would just download instrumentals of our favorite songs, and we would just freestyle.
Nice.
But it was that camaraderie, like when we were like, it was like when I performed at May Day or when we were recording, it was that, You know, and then you hear, like, let's say, for instance, this person's supposed to go before me, and I hear their verse, and I go, fuck, I got to come better than that. I got to change.
Right.
And then I'm in there trying to change lines and stuff. So to me, it was that. It was that being around people that constantly made me better, and that it was a good atmosphere to be around. So, but let's move on with question number 2, Bob. What do you got?
Question number 2. This is going to be a loaded one, but I don't know this about you. What is your favorite comedy?
Are we talking like stand-up movie?
Movie.
Oh,
I know.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Off the top of my head, I'm gonna go the remake of The Longest Yard.
Okay.
I got Rhiannon to watch it. She quotes it. Me, Vonnie, and Maine. I'm not kidding you. This is literally one of the most quotable movies you'll ever watch. It has the star power in it. Nelly, Michael Irvin, Kevin Nash, Steve Austin.
Yeah.
I mean, the list goes on.
Sandler.
Adam Sandler, Chris Rock, Terry Crews.
Yeah.
John Leguizamo. He has the scene in the movie where he goes, he plays the backup quarterback.
Okay.
And he gets to go in because, I won't spoil it, but he gets to go into the game and he goes, oh, Lord God, please, if you let me make a touchdown, I promise I'll stop cheating on my wife with black guys. It's so friggin' funny.
Hilarious.
If you haven't seen it, that's another one. And I forgot to bring in the Ninja Turtle. I got to remember to bring in these movies for you to watch. Watch The Longest Yard. I'm telling you, it is
I've seen the original with Burt Reynolds.
That one's great.
Yeah.
But this is a situation where the remake is better. Okay. And it's I don't even think it's close because our buddy Burt makes an appearance.
Ooh, nice.
It's really, really good. Oh, it's so good. Yeah. You seen The Warriors? The old movie, The Warriors, about the street gangs in New York. Do you remember Warriors?
Come out and play.
That guy is in this movie.
No shit.
Yeah, the cameos are insane.
Nice.
Yeah, that's a good question. So what about you? What's your favorite comedy?
I quote it quite often, but I love the movie Spaceballs.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's
I can't wait for number 2.
They finished filming. They're in the editing phase.
Excited, bro.
Josh Gad helped him do it, and he's a big Spaceballs fan. And
Spaceballs,
John Candy's son's gonna play Barf. Oh, dude, I'm excited for this one. Never thought it would get made.
I know. It's been 40 years. Rick Moranis.
Well, him coming back is amazing. It's the first movie he's done in 30 years.
Right.
But Mel Brooks, he's what, 96, 97, 99.
He's about to be 100.
Like, and he's still, I mean, he looks that old, but he looks like he's in good shape.
Right.
Like he looks like so that's a, you can't go wrong with Spaceballs, bro.
It's Spaceball 1. She's gone from suck to blow. Story of my life.
All right. So my next question, and this one's going to catch you off guard.
Okay.
What was your dream car?
Oh, my dream car. That's a tough one, man. Because I just, like, now at my age, I don't care what I drive as long as it runs.
Right. And that's why I'm the same way. Like, I just want it to last 400,000 miles and I don't have a car permit.
I was always kind of a Mustang guy, but I don't want like 90s or early 2000s Mustangs.
Like a 67 Shelby GT 500.
Yes. I want something that when you turn that bitch over, it's and it just roars when you get on it.
Just you can't ride it without vibrating the entire time because you got that much horsepower.
Yeah.
No, that's a good one. I think I'm gonna go a '73 Chevelle.
Okay.
I used to like El Caminos a lot. That was my big thing.
Yeah.
But just the Chevelle Super Sports from the 60s
beautiful
and 70s. They were so sporty and beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
And the 73 had the if I could be wrong, Jermaine's gonna catch me on this.
Yeah.
I think it was the best of the 70s Super Sports, I believe.
Okay.
But yeah, that's kind of what I would go with. Either that or I would go, because literally Mustang is the only Ford I would ever drive.
Yeah.
It seems to me the only one that they make with any kind of
guts.
Yeah, like just the rest of their cars have been shit.
And I would have to be like jet black with blacked out rims and like I just like black.
I would either do scarlet and gray.
Oh, okay, yeah, that would
or
work.
black and yellow.
Yeah. Black and yellow, black and yellow.
Well, that has two meanings because that's also the Wu-Tang, the Wu-Tang color scheme. Yeah. So, all right. So
I'm going to number 3.
Yeah.
And this is gonna make you think. This is an interesting one. I thought about it and I was like, I'm gonna put this on here.
All right.
I like it. It's gonna make you think. And it's got a little bit of a setup here. So we've been through, this is what, episode 12 now. So we've been through 11 episodes. You've mentioned them quite a bit. They're your other best friends, Jermaine and Vonnie. And I want to know, what is the difference between your friendships with Jermaine, Vonnie, and me?
Wow.
Because I know that we're all a little bit different.
Yeah, you're all definitely different.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a deep ass question.
It's a deep ass question.
Well, okay, so with Jermaine, that's I'm trying to think of the easiest way that I can explain it to where I don't go into crazy detail.
Sure.
Jermaine is the type of friend that, like, damn it, see, all of you guys are. It's really hard.
I know, right?
Like, I know there's differences, but it's hard to distinguish.
Sure.
I think with me and you, it's a little easier. I can be my more off-the-wall whimsical self, like the really funky, weird, stupid jokes and stuff like that. I can really get into that side of me. Whereas with Vonnie, it's more of a make fun of you.
Okay.
It's always he calls me Fleabag because my middle name's Lee, and he calls me Flea Haley, and like it's that kind of friendship.
Yeah.
And then Jermaine, it's hard because Vonnie is and always will be my brother.
Yeah.
But again, I've said this in past. Jermaine is different because until recently with therapy, I hadn't realized that Jermaine was the first person I could really be me around.
Right.
Yes, I can be around Vonnie and you.
Yeah.
But he was the first one. And I have that bond with him where, you know, there's absolutely nothing that can't come up that me and him can't talk about. As far as, like, I don't know how to explain that because I know I can with you guys. It's just, it's hard to explain. It's just different with me and Jermaine. We're just on a different wavelength because of.
Well, you've known him for.
And the different shit that we did together.
Right.
And, like, the stories that we have and stuff like that. So I think the easiest way is the comical approach.
Right.
It's how we approach different jokes and being funny with you, him, and then Jermaine is all kind of different. So that's kind of the way I'd go with that. So I guess I'll turn that with Dave
and CJ.
CJ and me.
Yeah. For me, honestly, with CJ, you know, that's my brother. Exactly that. We've been friends for almost 30 years. We were in the same grade in high school. I mean, for fuck's sake, he was my best man when I got married. And we don't talk as much as we used to because he's busy, I'm busy.
Yeah, it happens.
But when we can go 2-3 months without talking and we just fall right back into it like that. And
that's the sign of a stable relationship, you know, or friendship, however you want to word it. Because, I mean, it's, you know, there were times like that, you know, with me and Jermaine, like, especially when he first moved to Texas, getting established, when Vonnie first moved to Arizona, there were similar situations where we would, but none of us have ever, now with the group chat and, like, group shit in, like, TikTok and Instagram daily.
Oh, yeah.
Which is nice. And same with you, like I talked to you. But I don't, you guys know, I don't have a lot of family. Like, you still have your sister, you know, your dad's still alive. Rhiannon has a bunch of her cousins and stuff. I have my brother, 2 cousins, and you guys.
Yeah.
You know, and that's it. That's all I got. Yeah. And so, you know, friendship is pretty important to me. Man, that was a good one. God,
Dave, and Dave, like me and Dave, he was also in my wedding. He was one of my groomsmen, but we actually met through. I'm just gonna go with it. But we actually met through church softball. We went to church together, and he had moved to third base, and my dad and I were kind of working him out. I played first base forever. And we went out to Waterworks up in Cuyahoga Falls and just worked him out.
I know the exact field you're talking about.
And I would just, hang out over first base and take throws from him, and just, we kind of started building that friendship. And then I find out later on that he's just as massive of a wrestling fan as I am. So
among other topics.
Yeah, we get together and watch, pay-per-views and things like that. And he's been going through some shit at work right now. He's been really busy, and we don't talk as much in the last 8 months, which is cool. It is what it is. I get it. Everybody has lives.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it happens. You go through shit, and you don't want your friends and close friends to push you away or close you off, but you also don't know what they're going through.
Right.
So
I let him have his stuff.
Distance,
and if he answers me, he does. If he doesn't, man, that's cool too. Yeah. I still love you, bro.
Right.
It ain't gonna make me mad. And then it's just you.
Wow.
We get to be ourselves. And
yeah, we have it's crazy the different dynamics you have with different friends, but yet it all works.
Yeah.
All right. So
this is your question.
Yes. So favorite board game.
Ooh,
I told you I went all over the place.
Board game. Ooh. Life.
That's a good one. I never had that as a kid, so I didn't play that till I was a little bit older, like middle school at friends' houses. But I did enjoy it. I am going to go with Sorry.
I love Sorry, too.
It was a game I was really good at.
Yep.
I was real strategic. It doesn't take a lot to figure it out, but I would use my cards wisely and stuff like that. So it was that. It's either that or Uno.
I love Uno.
And I know that's technically not a board game; it's a card game. I'll count it because a couple years ago, I think it was like 3 or 4 years ago, Ty went through this phase where like we got all the we literally have like 9 different decks.
Just wants to play.
Well, there's they do have like the regular version, but with like Disney characters and but they also have different versions. There's like Uno Attack, and then there's like Uno. There's one called like Uno Flips. Like there's all kinds of different versions, and they're all pretty fun. So.
I love playing Cards Against Humanity. You ever played that?
Yes, we have. Unfortunately, there was a time when me and Rhiannon would get together with some of her work friends and stuff, and we would have like a board game night and stuff like that. That kind of fizzled.
Yeah.
A little bit, but yeah. So that's kind of a quick throw it in there for shits and gigs.
Those are good games, man. Those are good games. What's the most happy you've ever been? At any point in your life, like the most happy. And it could be a couple different things too.
That's a good question.
Right.
Well, I know one, but most people are gonna think because I can't lump them in because obviously, like the first time I held Ty, things like that.
Yep.
But I think, man, this is.
I know. I should have been a news anchor or something.
You really should have.
Interview.
A good interviewer.
Right.
Happiest I've ever been. That's a loaded question.
Yeah, but it's making you think too.
It's gonna be. It's either. You know what? I'm gonna go with. This is the one that I can think of.
Okay.
It was 2011. We're at the courthouse getting married.
Okay.
My dad was still alive. Rhiannon's mom was still mobile. She was there.
Okay.
They were our witnesses, and Sonny was there.
Oh.
And we get done. We say our I-dos. And I'm not kidding you. This is a true story. Sonny walks up, grabs both of our hands, and puts them together.
Oh.
And says, like, her little thing.
Yeah.
And up to that point, I wasn't sure how she felt about me.
Yeah.
And so, and even later on down, we had our issues, but in that moment, I said, she may not always like me, but I know she accepts me.
Yeah.
So I think, for lack of a more emotional one, because obviously the getting married to Rhiannon, I was very happy with that because I didn't know if I'd ever get married.
Yeah.
Seeing Ty, be born, that was, I can't even put that to words. But outside of those type of events, I'm gonna go with that moment. I like, because it was important to me. Like, I wanted. Like, I didn't want to force her, but I did want her to like me and accept me and all of that. And in that moment, I kind of felt like, okay, I know in the future she's not going to, there's going to be times when she hates me and all that, but at least she accepts me. So I'm going to go with that. Well, what about you?
I think I'm going to go along those lines. I've watched both my kids be born, and it was emotional for me. I cried for both of my kids.
Oh, definitely a lot of tears.
Yeah, and then for me, too, it's when I got married to my wife. Because I had a lot of friends and family there, and I mean, you guys were there,
Yep, sure was.
But it was
fun. I actually got a little tipsy.
Yeah, I was,
and by that time, I wasn't a drinker anymore.
Right, I did the same, and yeah, like I said, it was just that those moments with everything, the ceremony and everything afterwards with the reception, and just getting to hang with everybody and take pictures and laugh and dance.
It was a celebration.
Yeah, it was awesome, man.
I think for me, where I see happiness now as I'm older is just where I have complete peace in my life. And unfortunately, I haven't been to a point where, there's, you know how it is. Our kids are getting older, stuff like that. So,
yeah.
But I think, I think, like I said, obviously, real quick, I unfortunately I wasn't allowed back when Bella was born. Unfortunately, me and her had already split, and she didn't want me in there. So,
yeah, I was present and on a leg for each of my children.
I was there for everyone, every minute with Ty.
Yep.
So.
My wife will tell you that I never missed a ultrasound appointment or anything when it came to that.
I didn't either with Ty, and I went to those with Amanda too, but that's another story for another day. All right.
Your question? My question? No, your question.
Mine.
Your question, sir.
If you could have dinner with one person, live or dead,
okay,
and I'm gonna exclude our mothers,
okay,
just because that's the obvious answer, and we've already talked about. But it could be live, dead. It could be family member. It could be a wrestler. It could be anybody. I mean, literally, it could be fake, like a character, but whatever. But if there was one person that you could have dinner with and just ask your questions and just whatever, who would it be?
Now it's my turn to be like, I'm probably gonna. Yeah, this is probably a loaded answer. I would love to sit down and have an hour and a half with Hetfield from Metallica.
That's a good choice.
I would love just to pick his brain and kind of get an understanding of what they went through and how they, got to where they got to. And but we've all heard interviews, but to actually get it from
no cameras,
mouth.
No cameras, no recording, just you and them,
just me and him. Yeah, that'd be badass to me. I'd be super stoked about that.
Yeah, that's mine would probably. I actually thought about this and I still just couldn't come up with a good answer.
Yeah,
because there's like 100.
Right.
So I have to think. A lot of people would think I would say Eminem, but he's an open book, and there's most of the shit he's either wrote a book about or put in his music.
Right.
You know what? I would say this is just off the top of my head because I can't come to a conclusion. I'm gonna go Chadwick Boseman.
Oh, okay.
And the reason why I say that is because he went through the filming of Black Panther 2 while stage 4 cancer.
Right.
And I want to know what was going through his mind, like keeping that from everybody.
Yeah, because nobody knew.
Nobody knew. And I would really like to get, and plus, like, he was just a good human being.
Right.
And in the entertainment world, most people get, tainted, for lack of a better term. So, yeah. So that's where that's the one I can think of. Yeah,
that'd be cool to interview.
I mean, there's a ton of them, but I wanted someone that I could really learn something from. So,
but honestly, I would like to have one more conversation with my mom. That'd be awesome.
I would too. That would have been my first one, just because
that was the obvious.
But I wanted to leave that because that was the
obvious answer.
Yeah. So,
all right. This one's gonna be a fun one for you.
Oh boy, I love fun.
Why dogs, and what's it like to be a dog dad?
Oh.
Yeah.
This is pretty easy.
Yeah.
I'm allergic to cats. So I can't really, I can be around them a little bit, but too much exposure.
Yeah.
Swollen eyes, watery eyes, sniffling, scratchy throat. But it's been in my experience on this planet that a dog is the most loyal being you will ever come across.
I agree.
I mean, I have 3 of the greatest friends in the world that I know no matter what would have my back. But there's a different, when I come home now, my kids don't greet me no more.
Yeah.
Rihanna don't greet me, but every time I come in that door, the doggies are there.
Yeah.
And I think it's a dog's loyalty and their alertness to your mood. Dogs can read your mood.
Oh yeah.
And so I think that was what's really it's that companionship. When I was having a rough time, I forget what day of the week it was, but Rhiannon had went out. I think she was at the chiropractor, and I was struggling a little bit with the divorce thing. And I'm sitting on the sun porch, and I had the dogs, and I was crying a little bit.
Yeah.
And Des,
just
under my arm, nuzzled her head up. She came in there.
That's your baby.
And I was just like, you know what? I'm gonna be all right.
Yeah, that's your baby girl.
So. Yeah, I would say it's that companionship. It's it's the unconditional love.
Yeah, agreed.
We can do things to other people that piss them off and not want to be, but a dog never cares about that shit. So I would say that's probably why I love my puppers.
Yeah.
But what about you?
I too, sir, am allergic to cats. In fact, my wife had one for he actually just passed away here about a month and a half ago. He was a great cat. I got to meet him, but same thing happens to me that happens to you, just the everything.
Yeah.
But I love dogs, man. They're awesome for the same reasons. And my 2 puppies, I say puppies, but my 2 dogs I have right now, they're just, especially Dakota. I can't tell you how many pictures I've sent to you.
Oh yeah.
Of just me sitting in my chair, and she's like right here, under my neck, and like trying to get in my shirt. And I'm gonna preface this: Dakota's about 75 pounds.
She's a big pup.
She's a big girl, and for her to just be up on me and just like, Dad, I love you.
Yeah.
It cracks me up. It makes my wife laugh, and it's like, it's always, that's your dog. I'm like, that's I got the goofball. So.
All right. I'm gonna go deep.
Okay. That's what she said.
Ooh. 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 What was your first impression of me?
High school or later on?
You can do both if you want.
I can't really say much in high school.
I can't neither.
I mean,
if you remembered something, I was gonna be like, feel free.
So, the little bit in high school, because I was a freshman on the newspaper staff, I covered football games, so I knew who you were then.
Okay.
And it was just, football guy.
Yeah.
Never, you were never nasty.
One way or another, it was like, I was just another cog. I gotcha.
Well, I was friends with Tyrell for a long time.
Yep, same.
We're still friends. We still talk. So, but no, you never, back then. But I think when we worked at Dicom together, man, it was just, I remembered you from high school because I don't forget a face. I may forget the name.
Oh yeah, same.
But I normally don't forget the face.
I will almost 90% forget where I know you from, but I know you.
I know. And that's what it was. I knew you. And for both of us, we're pretty big guys. It could be a little bit intimidating to, kind of want to say hey, or, I promise you I'm actually a really nice guy.
We're teddy bears.
Trust me. Big time.
Not grizzly.
So, at first with all the tattoos and everything, but having remembered, it was a little bit intimidating, but not, if that makes sense.
Once you realize, and I start talking, you realize that I'm a fucking softie.
But then we actually got to talking, and we realized that we had so much commonality. And remembering from high school, then it was like, yeah, man. I was like, I even told my wife, I was like, this has the potential to be like best friends for life.
Oh yeah,
I
mean, if you're gonna hear it from me. I mean, you're stuck with me, bro. Once we get to a certain point, I'm Jermaine and Vonnie, they can call in right now. I mean, they can't hear us, but I'm as loyal as they come.
Yeah,
dude.
Me too.
When I ride or die,
me too.
Fucking ride or die. So that makes me feel good. For you again, I remember you, and even though your sister, wasn't in high school when I was in high school.
Yeah.
I can remember like Tyrell and those guys we hung out with mentioning her.
Yeah.
And I had heard you, but again, same situation. You're a cool dude as far as I knew.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm going to say like, I typically, I truly don't really come to conclusions because you don't really know somebody. But the one thing I will notice after just a couple hours of conversation was how authentic you were.
Yeah.
And I knew immediately, I was like, oh yeah, I fuck with this guy. Yeah, and when I mean authentic, I don't mean like, oh, you're real. No, I mean like when you fuck up, you're like, oh shit, I'm an idiot. That's the kind of shit I'm talking about. Yeah. Like that. I want somebody that's just real with themselves.
Right.
Like we don't take ourselves too serious. And that's a big thing for me because I don't, especially in the field where I'm in engineering.
Right.
And I'm in the office. I deal with a lot of higher end people.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
And some of these people take themselves too serious. And it's like,
they're too full of themselves.
You're not better than me because of a title.
Right.
So, yeah.
I hate people like that.
Yeah, it's driving.
Yeah.
But, but me, my biggest thing was like, this dude's authentic and he's as real as they come. And what I've now learned over the 6.5, however long years, is that what you see is what you get.
Yeah.
And I respect that. So that's kind of where I was at with that. But
good.
I
can piggyback this question then.
Okay.
So what makes us friends?
I mean, honestly, it's the same answer. It's the it's the like. I'm trying to think of how to word it. It was almost like it was the perfect smooth train. It was like, I don't know. Yeah. It was like divine intervention.
Almost,
like it was like I've said a couple times on here. It was like it was meant to happen the way it's supposed to happen.
Right.
And it just, I mean, like I said, like I vaguely, I don't remember word for word, but I remember the moment we realized who we were going home and telling Rhiannon, like, hey, like, you remember, Bob King? She was like, yeah. I was like, he started working there. And, like, I mean, it didn't take no time at all.
Right.
I mean, it was like we were always friends.
Right.
It was actually a very different type of, way to come into friends. Because, like, I was friends with, I mean, me and Jermaine were like that, but we were kids. I'm talking as adults.
Yeah,
like,
for sure.
Me and Vonnie, like, it was a work thing. Like, we're like, oh, hey, what's up?
Yeah,
and then we hung out once, and then boom, we were friends.
Right.
Me and you, it was like the moment we talked, it's like, okay, this dude's what's up. Like, finally, a breath of fresh air from this fucking. So, yeah, that's kind of where I'm at with that. But that's a good question.
For me, I think it was because we've alluded to all of this a little bit before with, we could just sit and bullshit for hours and just.
And it ourselves.
But it was the music, it was sports, it was Star Wars, it was even food, our parents, just everything, where we grew up.
Well, and not to cut you off, because we've done a better job of that, but the similarities in parts of our lives, I think had a lot to do with it too, because we're like, holy fuck, this dude knows exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Right? So I think that helped. If you're friends with somebody that didn't go through a traumatic or a big event in your life, but has went through something similar, Maine hasn't witnessed losing his mom or dad yet. They're both alive. You have. Right. Vonnie has. But there's other aspects, like that brought us into it. But with me and you, it was like we could look back and go like time frames where shit was happening.
Yeah.
Just little shit like that. Getting married later in life, having a child later in life. Yeah. Like we did so much that was similar. It was like we were destined to be friends. Like I often tell Rhiannon that your stint at HighCom was strictly so we could.
Yeah, I think so. I would agree with you on
that.
Like,
I mean, I don't see, you know what I mean? Like, there's no other reason for anybody to end up in that fucking shithole. So
right.
All right. You ready for a funny one?
All right.
Favorite smell?
Ooh.
I actually like asking this question to a lot of people because smell is directly correlated to taste. So, I mean, mine's easy, but
I like a lot of smells.
I mean, I do too, but mine's.
I'm one
to
of
this
those,
day, it's my absolute.
I'm one of those weird ones that likes the smell of gasoline.
That's okay. Right. I do too. It's not my favorite, but I enjoy it.
For me, honestly, in fact, I just did it on the grill the other day. Just a nice seasoned burger on the grill to where you can smell all that coming off.
That's easily a top 5.
Yeah, anything that's like savory and like I don't do a lot of I don't do a lot of floral smells. I'm kind of like, because it makes me
I don't
sneeze.
mind them, but yeah, when it comes to smells, it's food for me.
Food and maybe like clean linen is kind of nice.
Mine is something you had grown to hate because of a previous employment, but I love fresh baked bread.
Oh, yeah.
I fucking love it. To this, dude, when I lived in the Falls and that Schwebel's factory was still open, I could wake up where I lived and smell it from my house. And I would, it was when I lived with Vonnie and his brother. Yeah. I loved it.
It was great for about a week when I worked there. Well, that's what
I'm saying. It's different because you work there. It's.
And then after a week, it was like, I'm at work shit.
One of my favorite meals is chicken wings. Guess what I didn't eat when I was working at Wings?
Chicken wings.
I couldn't stand them.
I didn't eat a lot of bread when I worked at Schwebel's.
But yeah, so that was mine. I thought that was a good one.
That's a good one.
It's just a different one. All right, you're up,
Where
Bob.
are we at? Well, how many more do we want to do?
I mean, what are we at time-wise?
About 43 minutes.
We can do a couple more each. I mean, I got more.
I do too.
I put like 14.
I got 10 on here,
so we can just keep going until.
Okay, this is an interesting one. This because this is fairly new. But what do you like about podcasting?
Oh man, now, it's funny. You would think I would have thought about that.
You're right.
I'm gonna say the fact that. Being able to talk shit with you.
Yeah.
I think that's ultimately what it boils down to me. As much as like I do enjoy the recording process.
Yeah.
Not so much the editing. I like the final result, but when I'm in it, I hate it. I love talking about merch and stuff like that, but I think ultimately I like putting together subjects and talking about those subjects with you. I think that we have this platform because I mean if you think about it, we're just doing radio. It's just there's no more radio anymore. I mean, there is, but not like this. This used to be what radio talk shows would be like, but it's now become podcasting.
I've heard, well, not heard, but I've seen our podcast described a little bit like that. Yes. Like it's an old, it almost feels like an old-timey radio show.
Actually, a couple different times we've looked that up. They've mentioned that it's more of like a radio talk show.
That's okay, because I used to listen to a lot of talk radio.
I never did until sports talk radio became and then I really started getting into it and I'm like okay so
well normally when I'm working in the morning I normally listen to Rover. I enjoy it.
I used to listen to him a lot. I never brought this up and I wish I would have thought of it, but in the music episodes, I went to a couple Rover Fests.
That's awesome.
And they were amazing, and they were cheap. I've been going through my personal email, and I went back to, I had a folder that just had tickets in it.
Oh.
And the last time that me and Rhiannon went, we saw Theory of a Dead Man.
Oh, nice.
Ed Kowalczyk from the group Live.
Yeah.
You know, Lightning Crashes.
Yep, good song.
I'm trying to think of who. There was a couple other bands there. $15.
No shit.
I shit you not.
That's amazing.
But I you know, what about, I mean, I think you kind of were tuning in with me, but I assume it's probably something similar for you.
Yeah, man, it's getting be able to hang out with my homie
for sure.
And just talk shit, because we're good at talking shit, I think. And getting our bull sessions in, and then, you know, we've kind of alluded to it many times. It's literally therapy for us.
Oh.
And it's just to get away from everything, shut everything out, and we're just having a conversation with you guys.
What do most of our texts Saturday afternoon talk about?
I can't wait for Sunday so we can get here and record.
We're at that point. We're like
we're
fiends.
Ready.
We're like,
yeah.
I need it.
Y'all got any more than podcasts going on?
Y'all got any more than podcast episodes?
I need some podcast in my life.
Yeah, it's as addicting for us to make as it is for people to want to listen.
Yeah.
All right, this next one you're gonna love.
Okay.
What is the dumbest, useless fact that you know?
The dumbest, useless fact that I know.
That you think is hilarious or is crazy, but just really doesn't add anything to life.
I say so many of them when we're talking.
That's why I thought it might be a little easy. Mine's going to make you laugh your ass off, but I tell it to everybody I know. I don't know if I've even ever told it to you.
Shit. The dumbest, useless facts.
I'll give you mine if it'll give
It's escaping me at the moment, yeah. I don't have much right now.
7% of the adult U.S. population think chocolate milk comes from brown cows.
People are stupid.
Do you realize that that's like 40 million people?
That's scary.
It's disgusting.
It doesn't bode well for...
Well, we're the laughing stock of the world as it is.
Normally,
so.
yeah. I would agree with you.
But that's mine. I tell that to people all the time.
Yeah, I don't have one that I recite regularly. It's normally worthless information about, like, sports and, like, music and, you know, shit like that.
I mean, just whatever pops in your head, dude. These are just to get you to answer however you want in the moment, man. Is there a useless fact about music that you know? Like, you know... I mean, anything. Just something that, like, you know, it's different when you say, like, oh, like, did you know, a lot of people don't know, did you know, like, aluminum foil has two different sides to it?
Yeah, shiny.
One side that's sticky, one side that nothing will stick to it.
True.
But that has a use. I think I stumped you with this one.
I think you did. Because it's like crickets in my head right now. I'm like, ugh. It's like somebody used the confusion ray or something on my brain. Yeah, I don't have nothing right now.
Then I stumped you.
Good job, man.
I'll have to make something funny for the video for that. All right, you can go on to your next one. Now, I knew that one could be easy, but it could be tough.
Yeah.
Because if it's useless, how often are you going to bring it up?
Don't use it very often. Yeah. What do I want to go with? What did I do last?
I've been crossing them out as
I know, me too. I kind of skipped over one, and then I've gone back. And...
All right, I think I know what my next one will be.
Yeah, I know what this one's going to be too, I think.
All right.
What are you afraid of?
Dying alone.
Yeah.
I have other little fears. Like, I'm afraid of heights a little bit. Like, I can get up places, but if there's not a lot of, like, I hate ladders.
Yeah.
They scare me to death.
Me too.
Even, like, roller coasters, I still close my eyes on the uphill because it freaks me out. But dying alone, which is ironic now that I'm divorced. But I have a fear of being alone. And not because I'm afraid of, like, I don't mind my me time. Mm-hmm. It's fearing that nobody will love me.
Yeah.
I think it's that point, like, nobody, you know, that's probably, I mean, I know that's a little dark and deep, guys, but I'm just being honest.
I don't think so.
You know, I don't have a lot of family. I don't have a lot of friends. So it's something that does frighten me.
For sure.
I'm not afraid to die. I've gotten beyond. There was times in my there was a very big chunk where anytime I would think about death, it would freak me out.
Oh yeah,
send me
for
into,
sure.
But now I'm just like whatever.
Yeah.
We're
closer to it than
I'm
we
scared.
were.
Yeah, I'm just I don't want to die alone.
Yeah.
I mean that's really it. What about you? What are you afraid of?
That is one. I think honestly is my am I raising my kids right? Am I making a difference for them to be good, outstanding adults when they're adults? Are they going to be good people? Are they going to, you know what I mean? Like, am I doing right by them? And,
I mean, that's fair. I mean, from an outsider's perspective, I would tell you yes.
Yeah.
You're at the point with your kids, and I can tell you this because Sonny is 22 now.
Right.
They're at the age where most of the stuff that you're trying to help them and teach them, they are listening to, but they're at that age where they understand that they need to make their own decisions, and they're going to do that. You've really done the hard part as far as giving them those tools.
Right.
The hard part now is knowing that you're going to give them advice and they're not going to listen.
Yeah.
Seriously, that's going to be the hardest part. Because there's times I say shit to Ty, and there was times I would say stuff to Sonny where I know they're not going to listen to me.
Right.
But I also know there was times I didn't listen to my dad, and I look back and been like,
should have listened.
He was right.
Yep. Should have
listened. As much as I had that relationship with him, I go, he was right.
Yep.
So I think, but to give you an outsider's perspective, and again, Layla was, 9, 10 by the time we already met.
Yeah.
You had already raised her for most of her life.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, all of her life, but I mean, so I could already see the type of person she was.
Mm-hmm.
And I see Bubba, and I know how much of a terror he is, but he's going to get out of that because, trust me, I've met both. Boys are hard young, girls are hard older.
Yeah.
So, yeah, but to ease your fear, you're doing a bang up job. You don't have to worry about that as much. And and another thing, they're gonna make dumb decisions.
Oh, I know.
And they're gonna make costly dumb decisions.
The teenager already is.
Yeah, but it's part of life.
But you gotta let them.
Well, and you never understand that you're gonna get burnt by touching the stove
until you
touch the stove.
That's true.
If you have the foresight to listen, that's fine. Most people are too curious.
Right. Yeah, like I said, she's made a couple of mistakes already, but the only thing I can do is hang back and, it's almost like I'll be there to catch you when you fall.
Yeah.
I'm not going to hold your hand.
No.
You got to figure it out.
I can show you what the two paths will lead to, but you got to walk them.
You got to walk them. Yep. I agree.
All right. Here we go. Here's another good one. If you could change into any character from any book, movie, cartoon, video game you wanted to for one day and live their adventure, what would it be?
Mine's going to be simple, and we just talked about it here a couple episodes ago.
Who?
I would definitely want to be Kratos.
Yeah, I kind of thought you were going to.
It would be badass. It would be awesome. I don't care. I would have so much fun hacking and slashing things and living as a god. That would be killer.
I kind of thought you were going to go there. Yeah. But for me, it would have to be Sub-Zero.
Oh, yeah.
I want to freeze shit.
That'd be
just
sweet.
To do it. Like somebody goes to cut you off. No, I wouldn't do that because that could cause an accident.
Yeah, true.
But I'm going to follow you home, and I'm going to freeze all your pets. And I'm a pet lover.
Right.
And you're lucky because it's ice and not fire. It won't kill them.
Exactly. They'll fall.
Damn it. I still missed it, and I had it open.
There's your...
God damn it. Sorry. I tried to be on it. We got to talking, but I would go with that. And not only that, though, my water would always be cold.
That is very true. Even in the dead of summer.
It wouldn't matter.
You'd be very quenched.
Yeah. All right, what about one more each, and then we can call it an episode? We got to be getting close.
We're at 55 minutes almost.
Yeah, I'll say one more each.
Yeah. Okay. I got a good one.
And then I'll go. Yep.
I got a really good one. What do you wish you had more of, besides the obvious?
Time.
Yeah.
Time.
That's where I'm at.
I can't. I can sit here. I mean, I would love to have money to
More
where,
money,
like,
yeah.
you know, I know that, like, Rhiannon will be set up for the rest of her life. My kids will be set up. I'll be set up. My friends will be set up.
Yeah.
But what I really wish is that I knew that I had more time.
Yeah.
I mean, I know I don't know when I'm going to go, but I also know that, I mean, let's be realistic.
Oh, yeah.
I'm 45 years old.
Right.
I'm probably over half my life.
Yeah.
So
I thought about that the other day, too. I'm like,
just because I've missed time out with Jermaine and his kids, I've missed time out spending with Vonnie when I could have. I've missed time with my mom. I've missed time, as much as I talk about my dad, I can't go talk to him and us talk it out in many ways now because he's not here.
right.
I can't talk to my brother one more time. So I think time is the one that, you know, there's that saying. It's like the only thing in life you can't cheat is death.
Yeah. And Texas.
You know, you can't even cheat. You can even, there's people that can cheat that. Look at our president. I won't go there.
Yeah.
So, you know, I think time. There's not enough time in the day to give to everybody you want. There's not enough time in your life to really, you know, unfortunately, it takes you to get older or to have some sort of tragic disease or something happen to you before you start really appreciating what you got around you.
Yeah. I think I'd agree with you on that. I would love to. I think I've even said it multiple times on here. I would love to have more time just for everything. For everything, whether I'm doing stuff at home or hanging with the kids or the wife or...
Yeah, you just always feel like...
You don't have enough time.
You just don't have enough time. All right, on that, I'm going to end it on a funny one.
Okay.
And it's great.
All right.
What is the silliest thing that annoys you? Mine's simple, because it happens constantly at my house.
Oh, my fucking God, dude.
Oh, he's thinking. He either has it.
I have it.
Okay.
I'm trying to think how to word it so I don't have children's services called on me. No. It's silly because it's my 8-year-old. You know, he likes to just sit there and watch videos, and he likes to make weird noises.
Oh yeah.
But I can tell you, after about 10 minutes of that, when you're trying to watch something or do something, it's so goddamn annoying. It's like, bro, shut up. And then it's like, all right. And then 5 minutes later, it's like, it's like, dude, stop it.
Yeah.
Like,
this is the safe place. You can talk about that. So I totally get that. Ty does that. They just.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Mine is, I don't know what it is about both of my kids. Cereal boxes and potato chip bags, they do not close them.
Oh God, stale. Ugh.
Like, I walked in about a week or so ago, and the box of cereal was on the kitchen table. Flaps open.
Oh my fucking
bag completely open. Nobody near it. That drives me nuts.
Yeah.
They do the same thing with chips. They'll do one roll and toss it.
No.
You privileged little twerps. I love them to death. Like, my kids are amazing. Sunny is one of the sweetest, fiercest women I've ever met in my life. Ty is a sweetheart. He has the biggest heart. That shit annoys me.
Oh, dude, I know the feeling.
I'm just like, dude, close it up correctly.
Please.
Fucking stale chips and cereal is the bane of my existence.
It's like flat pop.
Oh, yes. Fucking drives me nuts.
I know. Have kids, they said. It'll be fun, they said.
Rhiannon says those exact same words at least twice a week.
Sometimes it is really fun. Other times it's like...
It's literally the hardest but most rewarding thing you ever do next to marriage.
For free.
Yeah.
By the way.
Yeah.
Well, actually, it costs you to raise kids. Never mind, it's not even free. They're expensive.
They're very expensive, but... Yeah, with that, man, I think we have another successful episode.
I do.
That was fun.
That was a lot of fun.
We might have to revisit this.
Yeah, we're going to have to revisit that. That was
because that was good because you had some questions. And,
yeah.
And I didn't even.
I have one that I didn't get to.
I think we actually got the 9 or 10.
Yeah, we got 9 because I got one left over I didn't get to that was... maybe that's a different... I'll save that for a different time.
I got a couple. There was one I didn't because it might tie into another episode, and I didn't want to do that.
Yeah. That's fair. Oh. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun.
So, is it time?
You mean time for a dad joke?
That's right.
I got a brutal one this time.
Uh-oh.
It made me laugh. In fact, I laughed about it during our break between filming. And you're probably going to get it, but...
You say that every week.
Still gonna, I know.
There's only one I think you've done so far that I've actually known.
Yeah, the Luke Skywalker car one.
Yeah.
Man, what's red and bad for your teeth? See, it made me laugh. You know it.
I have no idea.
A brick.
And on that note, we'll see you next week. Hey guys, I just want to take a minute here to talk about mental health awareness. It's something that me and my wonderful co-host Bob also suffer from. I seek therapy. We both have medications, and I just want everybody to know that if you're listening to this and you hear this, that there are people that care. There are other people like you, and don't hold that stuff in. Talk to somebody, let it out, because suicide is never the answer. If you're starting to feel some type of way, you think you're going to hurt yourself, or you don't feel like you have a support group, guys, please call or dial 988. It's the hotline for help. And if you're a veteran, which, mind you, 22 veterans commit suicide a day, guys. I mean, it's just not a good thing. If you're a veteran and you're struggling, please reach out. There are a lot of us that appreciate what you've done for us, and you need to know that there's help for you too. So if you're a veteran, dial or call 988 and press 1, and that helps veterans. And remember, you're not alone.